What's this? A new park series in Planet Coaster? Go on then. Hello there, Planet Coaster friends. Welcome to a brand new series here on the channel, and it is going to be building a medieval theme park here in Planet Coaster. So to give you a little bit of a backstory, before I started YouTube, I had a series of projects that I could never finish. We used to have a joke about it, saying that it was my 3-week project. So it would roughly take me 3 weeks to start a project, and then I would really get into it for the first week. The second week, yeah, pretty good. But the tail end of the third week, I just was not interested and wanted to pick up something different. So we always called it my 3-week project. Everything was always over in 3 weeks. Now, when Planet Coaster got announced, I remember exactly where I was. I was sitting on my bed and I was on my mobile, and I remember seeing the trailer came up on YouTube, and I clicked it and I was just like, yes, this is fantastic. And I remember just feeling so like energized and just hyped up for it. But my issue was that during that time in my life, I think I was either just about to graduate from university, and I have a degree in visual communication media design. So I was very much focused on design, graphic design, illustration. So, going through that kind of process, I had Macs. Macs was my thing. That I would have my iMac and I would have a MacBook, mainly just to design things really. So I wasn't really into gaming because I didn't own a PC. But when Planet Coaster got announced, I wrote down the specs of the game. I wrote down the minimum and maximum specs on a bit of paper, and then I took that up to a local PC store, went to the employee and said, "Hello, sir." I probably didn't say hello, sir. I said, "Hello, could you help me? I really want a PC, a laptop, something that is going to run this game, preferably at maximum specs." He looked at it and he goes, "Yep, all these ones will run it. It depends your price range." At that time, being obviously in university, I didn't have a lot of money, but thankfully, my husband helped me purchase my very first gaming laptop. In fact, I'm pretty sure he bought it for me. So shout out to him for starting my addiction, I guess. So there I was, very happy with my gaming laptop. Went home, started up Planet Coaster, and I remember just feeling like, this is it, this is the game. I just loved everything about it. It's such a wholesome game, Planet Coaster, and everything about the community, the building aspect, the theming, just everything was fantastic and I loved it. But the thing with me is, along with my 3-week project phase, I was very much overwhelmed by the amount of pieces and the creativity that you can do in Planet Coaster. So I would literally open up a park, put down a flat ride, and there was always one particular flat ride I would always put down, and I would put that in, put a couple rocks around it, basic scenery, put a queue line in, watch them go on it for a couple of goes, and that was it. I didn't have to make it pretty, I didn't have to expand it. I was very much happy with just using my spare time to play Planet Coaster, just build something very basic, and that was it. I didn't need to do anything more. I would never go back to that save file, and even if I did, I would just delete it because it was just a kind of throwaway play area for me. I didn't have to expand on it. I was watching so many YouTubers at the time that really made Planet Coaster and showcased the potential that it does have. So I didn't feel like I needed to do that. There's other people out there doing that. But the ironic thing is, fast forward now, I have a YouTube channel where I am playing Planet Coaster, and I am completely different to the person that I used to be. Although, saying that, I am very much lacking confidence when it comes to building, and it's something that I need to work on. And I think this is the reason why I really struggle to finish parks, is because I'm just a person who doesn't take things too seriously when it comes to building. But at the same time, I feel like because you're putting yourself out there on the internet, you have to kind of inspire almost, or at least I hope I inspire people. But I'm a lot like you guys. Like, if you feel the same of when you go away and build a park, you think, oh my god, this looks like absolute crap, I want to delete it. you're not alone. I mean, this is coming from someone who has a YouTube channel built on creative building, and I'm certainly not one of those people that will say, oh my god, come to my channel because I'm absolutely awesome at building stuff. That's certainly not me. I just enjoy playing the game, and hopefully that reflects in my buildings. So anyway, we are here. We are building in Planet Coaster. It has been an absolute joy to get back into this game. I was a little bit dubious at the start of starting this project, just because I struggle to kind of picture where we want to take a project. And I feel like at the start, if you know exactly what you want to create, it makes it so much easier in terms of like a backstory. And I think that's one thing that really helps me out when I do build in any project, is just to really figure out, what is this project for? Why am I doing it? What's the art style? And just take it from there. Because I think the thing before was, if I didn't have a story or a reason to do it, then I just like delete it, you know? So this is my reason for doing this, is because I wanted to push myself to create a series, a 12 episode series, and we're going to have 6 flat rides in here, and we're going to have 2 roller coasters. I actually wrote this down somewhere. Let me just get my post-it note here. Here we go. So episode 1's the main street, and that's what you're watching just now. Then we've got a series of flat rides, so there's roughly about 6, I believe. Then we're going to have 2 coasters and then 2 other rides. They could be like a shooting ride, a water ride, just, you know, something that's obviously not a roller coaster or a flat ride. Hopefully that makes sense. But the thing is, I want you guys to get involved as much as possible, because it really helps me to keep myself accountable, to have your support as well. So if there's any ideas that you have, throw them in the comment section. And also, I really want you to vote on the next ride that we put down in this park. Basically, at the end of every video, I will give you 2 options, and it will be up to you guys to vote in the comments below which ride you would like to see. It'll either be a flat ride or a roller coaster, and then we'll take it from there, and that will be the next video, so you know exactly what's coming up on the channel. And then I will take the next week to 2 weeks to build whatever it is, depending on how challenging it is for me and if it fits into my life schedule. And that's how we're going to approach this project. So I hope you guys are excited to see Planet Coaster on my channel as much as I am excited to build and finish this project. And hey, maybe you could build along with me and we could share our progress in the next 12 weeks. That would be fun. Like I said before, if you are not a confident builder, hopefully this does inspire you to try Planet Coaster. And you never know, it might become one of your favourite games. But anyway, now we're going to talk about the actual building style. So you would have seen the start, which was the entrance building. And this building here is basically the start of the main street. So this is a place where you would come straight into the park, and you would be met by loads of gift shops, loads of souvenir shops, lots of different smells from like fresh popcorn, just and like really inviting scene. So if you've been to a theme park, the majority of them put quite a lot of effort into their theming, especially around the entrance. So that's what I wanted to do here, and I'm putting down this little fountain area that is more of a focal feature. I have visions of the caretaker having to come out with a net and scoop out coins from the fountain, because people would just throw coins that they'd have left over from their holiday, or they just think it's for good luck or whatever. But yeah, people tend to do that, like to throw money into fountains. So right now I am building a bit of a queue line here. So to the right hand side there is going to be a roller coaster, and the idea is I wanted the main street to almost feel like it was a part of the rides as well. So one area that I have been to, which is in Disneyland, is the Star Wars section. And what I thought was really cool, and also quite frustrating to be honest, was that it is so well themed. You are almost immersed in this area that I was like, how did you get onto the rides? Because it was just so well covered up. And that's what I wanted. I wanted it to feel like the queue rides and everything else was just like seamlessly put together. And let's be honest, that's what you want when you go to a theme park. You want to be in this immersive experience that, you know, it's going to stay with you. You're going to think about it. Not saying that this queue line's going to be like, oh my gosh, did you remember that queue line to X and X ride? Although sometimes that does actually stick with you, that there is rides that you have been on that is just so interactive and so much fun. And they actually have to do that, I would imagine, because some rides are just insane when it comes to queue times. So even though that this is not one of the highest budgets of parks, I feel like just making it look nice is what we're trying to aim for here. I would love if, you know, if there was or is going to be a Planet Coaster 2 that there is maybe like more of an interactive queue feature for guests. That'd be really cool. I'm not saying that, you know, they are working on that right now. I have no idea. I've seen so many speculation videos about Planet Coaster 2. But yeah, it'd be really cool if, because that's a thing when it comes to the majority of rides that you go on, that if you're going to be queuing up for 20 to 60 minutes long, I mean, standing there for a whole hour is just bizarre, but people do it. But anyway, I digress. So this building here is just purely for placeholder. They would probably have maybe storage in the back of these, and then we're moving on to the shops that do function. So we've got Street Fox Coffee there and a lovely sign from the workshop, and yeah, we're just adding a little bit more detail. And then around the corner there we do have a candy shop or a sweet shop, and yeah, just really love this theming that you have in Planet Coaster. I think it's really fun to play around with, so I'm really happy with the way that this has turned out. So we're just going to add in the finishing details for this building here, and then we'll talk about what you guys can get involved with voting for the next ride that is going in this park. So the first one we have here is the teacups, be Mrs. TeaRex. Of course, we have to have some tea in our park, so if you want to vote for this one to be the first ride, then pop tea into the comment section. If you want to see a dark ride, then pop dark in the chat below to vote for the dark ride. Click on this video here, which will take you to the next ride in Planet Coaster. Take care!